I'm going to Manchester. In this video, I'll tell you about how it's like to live and work in Manchester. I ask questions to people who are currently living there to help you understand if Manchester is the right city for you.
Even someone who didn't finish school can work in an Apple store, being a manager for, I don't know, Lidl, Aldi, anything. You have career.
And towards the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how much I spent in total, including train ticket, hostel, food, everything. How long have you been living in Manchester?
I've been living in Manchester since I was born, so 14 years ago.
And
I've been living here since I was 4, so like 9 years.
I've been living here about 9 years ago, and I came here when I was about 5 years old.
I've been living here all my life, so 12 years ago.
And what can you tell me about Manchester?
There's a lot of diversity here. Like, you look around and there's people from loads of different cultures. Like me, I'm mixed race, and you see people from just loads of different backgrounds, and there's a great sense of community, and everyone's here to get together.
And is Manchester an expensive place to live?
If you're trying to live in the centre of Manchester, it's like sort of expensive. But if you're trying to live on like the outer bits, it's still costly but not as expensive.
I obviously did not hesitate to ask them a few questions. It's a expensive place to live, especially at the city centre of Manchester, but that's the same everywhere around the UK. There is a very good sense of community, there is a lot of people, it's diverse, and so far so good. Chinatown, Manchester. This library is better than Birmingham. Look at this. I'm in Manchester Cathedral. That's £2,750 per month. Just that house in Manchester. Oh no! Oh no! No! Golden hour in Manchester. I'm staying in a hostel called Rahman Piccadilly Hostel. It's quite expensive for one night. I paid £50 and it's decent. It's okay. And this is my dinner. I'm so glad I have a Lidl next to my hostel. How long have you been living in Manchester?
Well, I've been living here since 2016, Manchester and around Manchester.
Are they safe places to live?
While it was a game, it wasn't really safe to be there. Swinton or Salford, it seemed a little bit safer for me. During the day, it's really, really safe.
And what happens at night? Like, why do you think it's not safe at night? Like, what kind of crime is there?
There is no one walking. When it's after 9, after 8, there is not much light around. Not even like artificial light. So, yeah, that's why you don't feel really safe. But nothing happened to me, but I didn't really feel safe.
How much do you rent for the kind of house you are living? If you don't mind me asking.
I spent like around £500 for like a house, 2-floor house.
Including bills?
No, including bills, no, just like the house with council tax. And so like a total of maybe £1,000.
What's something you like about Manchester and something that you dislike about Manchester? Be honest.
I'm honest, I love everything about Manchester. I didn't like it at first. I mean, coming from Italy, not even about the weather, not even about the food, but slowly Manchester gets into your heart and you like it. I like everything, especially the shop. If you wanna do like shopping, if you wanna eat, you find anything from any country, from any place. You can have fun. You have like arcade pubs, like where you can play video games there. I love that you have like the opportunity to choose what you want to do.
What do you do? Like, do you work? Do you study?
Yes, so I work and I study. I teach languages. I teach Italian and I teach English to foreign people, basic English, just basic grammar. I study here in Manchester, USFB, which is a university, private university that is focused on sports, specifically football. And I study like the media side on football.
I never heard of private university. How does that work?
I don't really know the difference. I think it's just about what you study. I don't know. It seems more international to me.
Yeah, something you dislike about Manchester.
I have to say, sometimes during Saturday evening, probably it's a little bit dirty and dark as well.
Yeah, it gets dark very soon. How are people in Manchester?
In my experience, they were friendly to me.
What transportation does Manchester offer?
You have a train, you might have a tram, you can get like a bus, taxi, I guess, a bike. I think there is like even you can rent bikes.
And how much is a bus ticket, for example?
I usually get like a daily one, so maybe like £5.60, maybe £6 now.
Oh,
I have a
£6.
car, so I have a car now. I don't know.
You have a car?
Now I have a car.
And how is the insurance?
As I said, it really depends on
The
how many
area.
the years, like did you have driven, year, but I pay 700 for a year.
Is driving in Manchester safe? And also, can you find parking?
Parking is really expensive. It's almost impossible to find an area where you can park for free. You have to pay, and it can be around 5, 10, 15 pounds. It depends where you are, but it's really, really expensive, yes. And the way they drive in here, they follow rules in England. The only thing, it seems like sometimes it's hard for them to drive.
How much do you spend on grocery every month or weekly?
Weekly. To be honest, my wife and I, we have a budget. We have like a £40 budget weekly, which is like, it's fine for the both of us. You go to Aldi usually, or Asda. It's kind of like cheap as well.
Lidl and Aldi are the cheapest,
Yeah.
for what I noticed. Asda is a little bit pricey.
Yes.
but very good food. Have you ever thought of living somewhere else?
I love Liverpool. I like one day to go to Liverpool and live there, or London.
Have you ever considered living outside the UK?
Yeah, in fact, that is one of my plan. I love England. I think England is the place where to be in these years for like personal growth. I like to move around. I like to go maybe Germany, maybe States, probably the States, or France one day.
And would you consider people out there to live in Manchester?
Yeah, for sure. Manchester is a second London for you. New places are being built. As we can see in here, there is a church. I don't know, it's just like a city that is growing. I think it's like 30,000 jobs were going to be open by 2025.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what kind of jobs are available in Manchester.
Well, if you had just arrived, for sure, like warehouse, maybe Amazon, those places like that, restaurants. You can work wherever you want. In Italy, you need to have a degree to work in McDonald's. Nothing wrong with that job. But in here, even someone who didn't finish school can work in an Apple store, being a manager for, I don't know, Lidl, Aldi, anything. You have career. And in Manchester, I've seen that a lot.
Something I noticed about the UK is that, yes, you might want to have a degree, but it's networking
Exactly.
and getting promotions.
Exactly.
How is it like to eat out in Manchester?
It really depends where you go, but like places like Wagamama can be like 10, 15, 20 pounds per person. But like you can even go to McDonald's and spend like £5 for a meal. But like for a good food, you might spend 25, 30 pounds in Manchester for a dinner or a meal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to Lidl to get something to eat, something for breakfast. Probably croissants, as they are really nice and cheap.
Pick out all your shopping today. Scan an item or touch a button.
I need water. I'm currently going to a country park here in Manchester by bus. This is the park I want to go to. I'm looking for a specific place and I asked direction to a couple who had 3 dogs. Look what the dog did to me. I mortacci sua, oh. I mean, I wish I asked somebody else who had no dog. This is the ideal place for those people who want to get away from the busy urban commercial side of the city of Manchester and want to spend some quiet time and take some fresh air. It's beautiful. These are the typical houses of Manchester, but not just Manchester, all around the UK. They're all the same. You can tell these are pricey by just being here in the area, by looking at the house. They're not cheap. And I was thinking, imagine if I knock the door and say, hi, I would like to know more about your house, how it looks like. That would be so creepy. Hi, can I ask you about the area, like how much are these houses?
I have no idea.
No?
I'm not sure at all, because they're all different sized houses.
Yeah.
That's the issue you've got. Why are you asking anything exciting?
Nah, just curious. It's a nice area.
Yeah.
Depends, yeah. All right. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Look at the Christmas decoration. This is a lot. It's extra, but very nice. It's time to go home. Well, I'm home and my verdict is that Manchester is like a mini London. You have good education, schools, good universities. It's full of opportunities and it's diverse, it's multicultural. You have pubs, you have everything in Manchester. It's cheaper than London, but it's definitely not the cheapest place to live in the UK. There are cheaper places and that's not Manchester. People are nice and polite, friendly, but you'll also see drunk people vomiting in the middle of the street on Friday night. I would, yes, recommend Manchester if you want to live somewhere in the UK. I preferred more Manchester than Birmingham, although they are very similar. Bear in mind that Birmingham is closer to London, so you drive or take the train and you are in London within a few hours, whereas Manchester is much further away from the capital city. I spent 2 days in Manchester and in total I spent £172.60, including train and bus ticket, hostel and food. This is the end of my video. Please subscribe if you found it useful and I'll see you all in the next one.